Welcome back to our Clutch Time series, in which we're trying to get Galaxy Opal Gordon Hayward, and today we'll be facing the opponent of Mike Bibby, Jalen Noel, Maxi Struess, Jericho Sims, and Pervis Ellison. We'll be using our squad of Matisse Thybulle, Luke Walton, Detlef Schrempf, Alexander Pokusevski, and Frank Kaminsky with our no money spent squad. So let's see how well these guys do. You know, I really liked Mike Bibby back in the day. I just remember playing 2K, I think the Sega version on like the PS2, and remember him being really good with the Sacramento Kings. And then, you know, back in like 08, 07, 09, around that time, I remember him playing with the Atlanta Hawks with like Zaza Pachulia, Josh Smith, Al Horford in them. And I think Paul Millsap might have been on the team. But I remember that Atlanta Hawks team being pretty solid and making pretty good playoff runs year in, year out. But I just remember them getting beat by like LeBron James or like Dwight Howard in the playoffs each time. So that was a interesting era to see back in the day. And speaking of one of Mike Bibby's former teams, the Sacramento Kings, they are a story to be talked about this year. They finally broke their 16-year playoff drought and took the defending champs Golden State Warriors to Game 7. It's crazy to see the turnaround from not being able to make the play-in the year before and being a lottery pick to finally making it and just having a complete 180 turnaround, finishing third in the Western Conference. And this year they picked their draft on Keegan Murray, who has been really solid number 3, number 4 in the starting lineup. And one of his accolades this year was making the most three-pointers in a rookie year. And that was just incredible to see. And he did that pretty handedly with 6 or 7 games to go, about 10% of the season. So it'll be interesting to see how the Kings rebuild off of the momentum this year with retaining their starting core of Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. And I think what they're building with Coach Mike Brown has been instrumental too. Bringing in, you know, several factors of the Warriors, you know, Steve Kerr, learning from one of the best coaches out there in the league. And Steve Kerr comes from the Greg Popovich coaching tree, and he's one of the best coaches of all time, and very incredible to see. So, the Golden One Center where they play, I've been there before. It's a really nice arena, and we used to get tickets, me and my friends, for super cheap when they weren't very good. So you have a brand new arena with a team that wasn't very good, and most times we would go to see the other team. But one consistent guy that's been there the whole time has been De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes. And from what I've heard, it's been really nice to see the fan atmosphere in the arena this year, with the team improving and entering the playoffs. And can they get past the hurdle of beating the big teams out in the West? Unlike the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks talking all the talk that they did and just getting bounced out by the Lakers. Speaking of which, where do you think Dillon Brooks will end up? Do you think he'll be in the league next year, or do you think he will go overseas to China with the Sharks or whatever that people always meme about online? And Ja Morant, man, It's the second time that he's been caught on video, so who knows how many other times he's actually done it and not got caught. And will he learn from it, or will he just continue to do what he does? That'll be a huge talking point this offseason. But if you like these type of videos, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.